Why only a few people really change? Most people think change is about motivation or inspiration, but the truth is much deeper. Human beings tend to live inside the same emotional loops, the same identity, the same wounds and habits for most of their lives. Not because they are weak, but because the mind prefers what is familiar, even if that familiarity hurts. For the majority of humanity, nothing pushes them far enough out of the old story to create real transformation. About 70 to 80% of people repeat the same patterns year after year. They complain about their lives, yet defend the very behaviors that keep those lives unchanged. They choose sedation, distraction, routine, and emotional autopilot because staying asleep feels safer than waking up. There is another group, around 15 to 20%, who sense that something deeper is possible. They have moments of clarity, spiritual highs, emotional breakthroughs, and short periods of transformation, but they fall back into old patterns. The moment life gets stressful, they return to familiar habits, familiar relationships, familiar thoughts. They oscillate between awakening and forgetting. Then there is the smallest group, roughly 1 to 5%, who actually break the cycle. These people do not just wake up for a moment. They stay awake long enough for the new pattern to stabilize. They shift their identity, their nervous system, their behavior, their boundaries, and their inner world. They change at the level where life itself begins to reorganize around them. Why so few? Because true change is not comfortable. It demands the courage to face oneself without sedation. It asks you to walk through discomfort instead of running from it. It requires breaking loyalty to your old story, releasing the role of the victim, tolerating uncertainty, and letting the old identity die. It means choosing alignment over approval, clarity over addiction, and truth over familiarity. That level of honesty is rare, but the most important part is this: the percentage is rising. 10 years ago, the truly awakening group was tiny, maybe 0.5%. Today, it is closer to 5 and growing. If you are drawn to this message, it is because you are already moving into that smaller group. You are not perfect, but you are willing. You walk through discomfort instead of avoiding it. You let old parts of yourself fall away. You evolve in real time without waiting for life to collapse before you change. There are not many who do this, but the ones who do reshape the world for those who follow.